Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we are previewing the upcoming UEFA Champions League Matchday 2 fixture between Shakhtar Donetsk and Inter Milan. We will be at the NSC Olimpiyskiy, essentially the Olympic Stadium in Kiev. That has been the temporary home for Shakhtar Donetsk for a few years now, I believe. The Donbass Arena in the Donbass area of Ukraine has been engulfed in conflict for some time and unavailable for hosting matches as a result. Alright, let's take a look at our starting lineups for this one. 4-2-3-1 for Shakhtar Donetsk. As is their strategy, they have a lot of young Brazilian talent on the field. That's been a winning strategy for some time for Donetsk. Inter Milan, 3-5-2. Alexis Sanchez, Martinez, strike there. Val, Perisic, Eriksson, backline Reed, Donetsk, the captain. Look at our new Champions League ball. New campaign. That was quite an anthem there for Donetsk. I don't speak any Ukrainian, so I don't know what they were saying, but it sounds lovely. You may be asking yourself, didn't these two sides play in the Champions League last year? And you would be right. And not only were these two in the same group last year, Real Madrid was also. So 3 of the 4 sides. So they were in Group B last year, these two with Real Madrid and Borussia Mönchengladbach. This year in Group D, Borussia Mönchengladbach is replaced by the newcomers, Sheriff Tiraspol of Moldova. And otherwise, you've got 3/4 in the same group, which I don't know what the odds of that in a random draw are. Can't imagine they're very good. But it was a particularly interesting group last year as well. Madrid won the group. Mönchengladbach finished second. Shakhtar Donetsk finished third and moved to the Europa League. And Inter Milan were eliminated in the 4th spot, which was a bit surprising last year. In some ways, it'd be less surprising this year because they've lost a lot. But I think, with all due respect to Sheriff Tiraspol and Moldova, I think the 4 spots got their name on it. And the other 3, I think, could pretty much finish in any order, and you wouldn't shock me. I don't think Real Madrid are still very strong, but they're not the Galacticos side they usually are. Inter Milan have lost some key pieces. Shakhtar Donetsk are one of those teams that are, I feel like this is one of the largest compliments you can give, particularly probably the manager of a team that's always very difficult to play against. Barella, Italian midfielder, takes a swipe at that one, but it's just wide. Past the half-hour mark here. NSC or NSK I think in English it's NSK. Essentially Olympic Stadium. It's mysteriously quiet at the moment for this one. Uh-oh, Lautaro Martinez, the Argentine, is through.
Look, did you see that move from the defender? Just touches him enough to get him off of his stride and gives the goalie the split second he needs to run out there and snatch the ball away. That was
picture perfect defender.
Not a ton of opportunities there, and fairly even on the possession, so not a whole lot between the sides in the first half. Unless the transfer window changes, they'll certainly be very familiar with each other, having played each other, of course, home and away in the group last year. And that's another really interesting dynamic for this group. Inter Milan have lost Romelu Lukaku and Ashraf Hakimi, obviously. Real Madrid have lost their center back pairing, Sergio Ramos and Varane. Other than these personnel moves, Inter and Real Madrid also both having managers. And Shakhtar Donetsk manager is fairly new still as well, but I've kind of talked myself out of my point. I was going to say an extra
layer of interest on this group is going to be that they're all so familiar with each other, but they've all changed so much since last season. Maybe they won't be. Maybe it'll be a reintroduction series. Like I said, I kind of talked myself out of the point I was about to make as I was walking through that, so we'll see. It'll be an interesting group. Sometimes familiarity breeds contempt, so you might have some more chippy affairs in this one than you normally get in the group stage. It'll be interesting to see how this one shakes out. A lot of interesting groupings. Actually heard debate on one of the podcasts I listened to, an American podcast called The Total Soccer Show. They were actually debating like which group is actually the group of death, and you could kind of make two arguments here. Oh my goodness, what a move and a strike from Barella. Key piece of the Euro-winning Azzurri side this summer. He is a
very talented midfielder. Inter Milan. Shakhtar looking a bit despondent after that one. That's as we head into the last quarter hour. The game's been pretty tight. And that was a bit of a miscommunication on the back line there. He just slid through a hole that I don't think should have been that big. I think everyone was kind of caught looking there. He's surrounded on all sides except the side that matters, and that's in front of him. A little bit of a lapse on the back line there. Leads to the goal for Inter Milan. It's pretty disappointed with that. Comes out. Service into the box. Defender does a good job getting in the way there. Not sure if we're going to see him on the field. I certainly hope we do. Matchday comes off for Shakhtar. Some fresh legs on the field as they look for a late equalizer here.
Oh, but I was saying earlier that the podcast was talking about, I think a lot of people have kind of deemed Group A the group of death by nature of having literally the two tournament favorites in a group, plus RB Leipzig, which are quite a formidable side in their own right. But Group B, also pretty formidable, particularly in the historical sense, with Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, Milan, and Porto. So, anyway, that's it for this preview. Let's take a look at our highlights here. 1-0 to the Nerazzurri. Header off target. An attempt here from the Argentine, Lautaro Martinez, Copa America champions this summer. And then here from Alexis Sanchez, Chilean player. They were Copa America quarterfinalists this summer. Barella of the European champions, the Azzurri. What a little move that was from Eriksen. A flip over the defender and then hops over him. As the defender goes to the ground, flicks the ball over him, hops over, and then crosses it up into the box. That was a nice little move. And a little touch to the right from Barella here to line himself up for that shot also. Right there, just a little touch for some space. Or maybe more for angle than space. Eriksen again, a little bit of fancy footwork out there, puts one into the box. Martinez is off target. That's it, 1-0 to the Nerazzurri. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If there's a fixture you'd like to see me play, you can leave it in the comments. If you enjoy this type of content, please subscribe to my channel for more. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time.